Hello all and welcome to a Come At Me Bros series. We haven't done one of these in a very long time, but we are doing for a little bit of a special today. We're doing a best of 5 up against Logic, who is in fact my housemate. So if this is a successful format, we'll definitely be looking to do this in the future with different players, not just myself as well. Try and get some best of 5s going up against some pretty elite players. So should be all good. We're going to be on Troll Country here. I believe he is just sorting out his matchup and his army, sorry. And what we're going to be doing today is a best of 5 where we let Siri decide our armies. We of course get to actually build them, but we ask Siri for a number between 1 and 15, and I got high elves in the first matchup and my opponent has got vampires. So Logic is fairly new to the game, so we might start bring in a few kind of weird units here and there that I don't often bring, as you can see by my Lord choice. However, he is still a very competent player as well, and has beaten me in the past in matchups, so, you know, we're not going to let him get away with it too easily. But I hope you are doing all good today. Let a few players get in here, and then we'll really get it cracking. Should be all good. Looks like he is ready. There we go. So the internet connection hopefully should be perfect. We shouldn't really get any lag as we are both on the same internet. He is, however, playing on a computer that is powered by potatoes, so it is going to take a little while to load in, but nothing that we can't just, you know, chat over and chill out with. So hello to anyone who is watching, and hello to all those people in the future who may be tuning in. So let's get this underway. Boom, and we're going to get this rolling house. I just need to check quickly Discord as I do a message on there. Looks like we are all good. I'm going to ready up. So it should be quite interesting. I've brought... I think this build can be fairly competitive. I don't have too much anti-large, or like decent anti-large, which can take down crab builds. So if he's gone for a crab rush, we could be in massive problems here. However, if he hasn't gone for the crab, we should be pretty good at taking down chaff and kind of tearing those guys apart. Although I know he does enjoy bringing those kind of elite infantry, so I'm definitely expecting a few depth guard, maybe a crab. Yo, what's up, Puck Map? How's it going, dude? Hope you're all good, man. Parkmap has, of course, been on the channel before, playing in one of our Death Before Dishonored tournaments, which is going to be coming back hopefully next week if I can get the players sorted for it. And maybe we can get Parkmap in a best of 5 at some point, and there's been a little bit of interest already, which would be quite good. So we're starting on Troll Country, very classic kind of map, really short, like quite small. Action gets underway very quickly, and I always like to start my streams on a map like this. There's a little bit of trees, there's some hills, there's a little bit of everything. And obviously this big death pit in the middle, which we'll be trying to force my opponent into. Should be quite nice, as we've got a lot of bow fire. So if anyone actually wants any specific matchups as well, just let me know down in the comments. I'm sure we can get that sorted. If not, we are going to be using Siri to randomly generate us some armies, which is going to be cool. So, as you can see of my army, nice, cheap and cheerful, and let's see, he has also gone fairly similar in size, so let's set up some spearmen. Now my commentary is always worse when I am playing, because it is quite hard to commentate and play at the same time, but I'm slowly getting used to it as we are doing more and more live streams and so forth. I've got some very exciting news actually. So, I know a lot of you... Oh, are we going to advance? Put you there for now. A lot of you, I'm sure, are quite aware of the YouTuber called Shadow Online Gaming. There. Yeah. I actually did a couple of games against Shadow the other week, and they are going to be up on his channel in mid-November, so keep an eye out for that. I'll sure to drop a link on this channel when it does happen anyway. But it should be pretty cool fun. So we did like a little best of 3, and you'll have to wait and see what the results were. But a really nice guy actually, so I definitely recommend going and checking out his channel. Super chill dude, been at this for a long time I believe. Yeah, you guys are off that, cool. And he's got quite a few subscribers and stuff, so it's really awesome just to play him. Understood. So how are we gonna be sneaky? Let me put you guys there. Just behind the hill. Keep the Phoenix over here as well. Yeah, move you guys. Let's just go very corners. So I've gone for some risky units, especially the big old Phoenix, which I'm expecting just to get shot out of the air, but at the same time I kind of wanted to bring one. So we've obviously gone for a Mage of Shadows. We have brought Pit of Shades, the Enfeebling Foe, and the Pendulum, which is very good. As you can see, our Lord is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Alafanar. So let's just get all these sorted into nice little groups. Battle calls. This helps me keep track of everything. What did I bring with you in the end? Mislead and Moonbow on him. I love Mislead. Even if people know that it's coming, it still really puts them off just because you know, their units get kind of glued to it, which is quite nice. Oh, nice. You came back yesterday, part Matt. You finished remodeling your bathroom. Nice, man. I hope it's going all good for you. So, guys, anyone who is just joining before we get this battle started, this is a best of 5 between me and my housemate, who is Logic. If this is a successful format and people enjoy it and I get good feedback from it, we'll definitely be looking to do some more best of 5s, maybe doing me against other players or two, you know, very competitive players popping off against each other. So I think I'm fairly not happy with my deployment, but let's not get this in the way. Cool, so it should be all good, and let's start away. It will be done. So what are we going to target first with our Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower? We are going to be targeting Master User. He has got a load of Deck Gunners, Shade Wraiths, a load of Zombie Pirates, and unfortunately some Rotten Crabs, which we didn't want to face, but oh well. Let's drop a Magic Missile on them, keep those guys back for now. And just carry on shooting, as we do currently have the range advantage, which is really nice. Don't know why you guys are up there. I thought you were a bit further back. Let's move around the flank a little bit. Cool, so we're getting some nice work already. Alafanar can start targeting down these guys. And we're going to try and force him out of his defensive shell. As I've noticed, kind of new players like to play in a very defensive format, and Logic is no exception here. So I kind of know that I need to force him out as much as possible. Move you up over here. Although some nice shots coming in there. Let's just keep you there for now. It's fine. We're doing more damage than we are taking. And let's get you guys up around here. Maybe threaten to come in with some of the old fire poos from the pigeon. Have to be a little bit careful though. He does have some flying units coming around the side, but it should be all fine. They're only little bats. Let's hop you on there, and hop you on there. And as you can see, there are some depth guard floating around. So Eagle, let's just pop you back there for now. And yeah, try and force forward his troops. He is doing some decent damage into spearmen and so forth, but you know, they are spearmen, so nothing to worry about too much. Let's get you guys targeting down depth guard. And we'll get you, boop, boop, go over there and tie him up. So Eagle's doing a decent job. And we've got the Royal Prometheans, which could be a bit of a problem, but at the moment we are doing all good. Keeping our cav in reserve, getting ready to counter when we have to. Doing some decent fire in the front line. Keep an eye on those little bats, but nothing too bad so far. So Alafanar are doing some decent damage here. And we've managed to get into the back line. Those Illyrians are going to get absolutely hammered now. And the crabs have got in the back here, so let's try and pull back if we can. Let's get both of these out of here if possible. Those crabs are going to be a big problem. Let's bring the Eagle over here to hop on top of Noculus if possible. And it looks like we're still managing to kite these depth guard, which is super nice. And the frontline battle has got underway, but to be honest, it looks like it's going pretty much in our favour. Bats have swarmed in, but they're on Lothran Seaguard. A better target definitely would have been this Bolt Thrower trying to shut it down. These guys should be on retreat mode, which they are, which is all good. And we're just going to pull these guys out of position for now. Get you guys quickly popping on there. Can't try and finish off Noculus on the flank there. So okay, so we've got a large force, a large kind of section of his army running over here, not doing too much, chasing some units they're never going to be able to catch. So we're going to move these guys through the back and pop on top of those range troops there. Keep these guys running. We are eventually going to get cornered, but it's fine. We're distracting them for a long time. Lothran Seaguard are winning that frontline engagement. pop in here, and I haven't even really needed to use any magic yet, but there's no point, I suppose. There's Depth Guard in the back as well, so it went quite elite. Get that Phoenix taken down, Noctilus, because if he dies, I think we're in a very, very strong position here. Let's bring Alephanar back around here, maybe drop a little decoy behind him, just to hold people off. Put you into combat mode, and yeah, you can hop onto the Depth Guard. And, oh, you guys have ammo. Let's just see if you can run up there. Alephanar, let's pull you back. Let's pull you back, get to this main line. So our main battle line is completely fine at the moment. We are going to drop an enfeebling foe on these crabs.
Winds of magic
Okay, you guys shooting in there.
It will be done.
Cool, and just move out the way to safety. You come at the back over here, and let's get the Phoenix back to the main fight. So at the moment we've managed to pick him apart quite nicely, spread out his forces when he really didn't want them spread out. And as we can see, Depth Guard are fighting a dummy Alephanar over there, which is one of the coolest abilities in the game. So let's leave these zombies over here, get back to the front line, and I believe that is going to be army losses setting in. And a nice comfortable victory there for the High Elves to start off with. I actually quite like this matchup for the High Elves against the Vampirates. You can really pick apart your opponent. Alephanar, I think he's not, a competitive pick, but in this matchup, he can force your opponent to come to you with his crazy range. Moonbow can do decent damage, especially if your opponent brings any ethereal units. And overall, we just managed to hold the line, pick apart most of his army, and pick on those nasty units like the Depth Guard and not allow them to get in. Also, Count Noctilus, he got a few shots there, but he came up against a Flamespire's Phoenix, plus Alephanar getting some shots in, and we managed to protect this Eel Claw boat for us. So a nice, successful battle there. I believe that is one of the first times he may have played Vampirates. I know he's done them a few times, but quite a tricky faction to master. Cool, so let's just change the scoreboard here. So that is 1-0 to the Ducky, which is a rare sight indeed, seeing me one up against someone, which is always nice. Yeah, not my fave faction. Yeah, I didn't think he was a big fan of Vampires. Let's have a quick little look at chat. You versus player and player versus player would be cool. Sort of like UFC. Yeah, kind of like UFC, man. Kind of like UFC. So we've got quite a few people watching. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. If this is your first time to my channel, this is a new thing we're doing right now, which is randomly generated armies using Siri to pick our armies. We can actually build the army, but, I was randomly generated as High Elves, for example, in a best of 5 setting. But we do tournaments, content every week, so feel free to subscribe, give a good old thumbs up and all that kind of good YouTube stuff, and let's get this underway. So, Siri, give me a number between 1 and 14. So I am 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm greenskins. And my opponent does have all of them. So Siri, give me a number between 1 and 15.
That would be 15.
So he is 15. Cool. And let me just go back on chat so I can see what everyone's saying. Cool. So it looks like we are all good. So I'm the greenskins up against Chaos here. I should have randomly selected a map beforehand, but we'll just pop up one. It's the Tower of Horeth. It should be quite good fun. So I have a feeling he is going to bring the very nasty Colex Sun Eater here. And I do not have too much anti-large, unfortunately. But let's just say we're 100% going to be bringing an Arachnarok Queen to this fight. So Lords, is there any Lords you guys really want to see? I'm actually quite happy to go Grimgor in this matchup. I know he's a bit of a meme, but at the same time, he's super fun. And he does get a lot of wars popped as well. And he's armor piercing, he's a tank. He can get in there and he can do some nasty damage. Now let's definitely get a shaman of some description. I may... actually go for an auction, which I don't do, and take Foot of Gore, because I feel he's going to go super elite here, and that could be very nice. So we're going to go for that. Don't think I'm going to be able to get both of these spells off that often, as they're both expensive. So let's go for a Gaze and Morgue. Maybe Brainbuster. Maybe just go for that. I don't really use this guy, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how he does. I've gone for Foot of Gork, Brainbuster, and a Gaze of Morgue. Now in our front line, what do we want to go? I'm thinking we go... he's very likely to bring a Hell Cannon. Because I know he likes those defensive builds. He's probably going to go Heavy Infantry defended by a Hell Cannon. So maybe I don't want to go Black Orcs. And again, maybe I do. Let's go 3 Black Orcs. It's always good fun to see the guys in action, regardless of how well they do. So we're going to want some flanking units as well. But I'm thinking Broken Tusk Mob for that anti-large. Should be quite nice here, alongside the Ragnarok Spiders. Should be able to deal with Dragon Ogres and all that type of nasty stuff. Let's got a Doom Diver Catapult in there just for a little bit of extra. And we want some backline harass to try and hop on and take down any nasty Hell Cannons that he has brought himself. Let's go. Decisions. Let's see, these guys have Vanguard deployment, don't they? These ones do as well. Let's get one of each. And let's go super elite with these guys. Cool, that seems like a pretty small but fun army. We have answers in case he brings heavy infantry. If he brings large creatures, we also have some answers. We could struggle if we're going to get swarmed here by kind of cheap infantry, but overall, not too bad, I think. Let him know it's all good to go. Ben is going to employ the left, right, left. Very interesting tactical analysis there by Tim. Left, right, left. He may well do. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going quite elite here. And we'll see how it is. We do need to get you on stream at some point, Tim. So Tim, for those of you who don't know, is kind of like a bit of a ghost in the community. So he's this incredibly elite player. However, he doesn't really like his name being out there. So his name's not actually Tim on stream or anything like that. He goes underneath a code name, and he doesn't really let anyone know who he is. Doesn't play in too many tournaments, but when he does, my god, he is good. Good to go, bro. Looks like he is as well, so let's get this cracking. Hopefully we can make this into a big series. So this stream could be quite a short stream, obviously if there is any like kind of frios or anything like that, but it could be quite a long stream, you know, if we manage to get it to go all the way to kind of a 2-2 situation, and then we carry on going. But yes, is there any factions you guys would like to see? Please do let me know, and we'll get this underway. But it is currently 1-0 to myself up against Logic, which is quite nice. And yeah, as I said before, if this format is successful, I'll 100% carry on, do myself against other people in Best of Fives, maybe invite other YouTubers to come against me in Best of Fives as well, to try and kind of spread the love, or, you know, get two kind of very high level players against each other. I know there's been a little bit of interest already, which is good fun. So, Tower of Hoeth, very, very cool map. We have some high elves cowering in the castle over here. And I believe you can actually deploy in here very sneakily. There's this massive forest on the right-hand flank, which is probably where I'm going to be deploying my Black Orcs, just to see if my opponent has brought a Hell Cannon, and I can try and take it offline before emerging from the forest. So, lots of sneakiness you can do in the woods, and a nice big open plain as well. Now, the nice thing, if you're a defensive player in this, say you're taking dwarfs, and you want to shoot at your enemy with cannons, organ guns, flame throwers, all that awesome stuff. Don't have to worry about the forest too much. You just deploy over in the other flank, and even if they come down the forest, they still have a long trek to get you. And it looks like he has gone a lot less elite than I have. I only have 321 little gobbos. When you're outnumbered as greenskins, you know normally it's going to be a bad day. Okay, let's deploy him over here. And get all our greenskins cowering as they do in the trees. Get them led by the Grimgore Master himself. So let's put those guys in group 1. And then we'll keep you at the back as well. But you guys, we're going to be a little bit sneaky with you. Can I actually be that sneaky? Put them over here. I don't think I can get all the way behind him. Oh, I can. Maybe behind this hill. It's a bit risky, but I think we're going to go there. So can they be seen? Doesn't look like it. Cool, cool. So we're group you next, and then you, and put you on guard mode. For some new players, always put your artillery pieces on guard mode. Otherwise, if you're shooting at a unit and it moves out of your range of fire, your cannon or doom dive catapult, whatever you have, will just start trundling forward towards the enemy, and it is incredibly frustrating. Let's get you guys there. Look up the mighty Grimgor himself, and let's just double check what spells we brought. So Gaze of Mork should be pretty decent against any big nastiness. Brainbuster, not too bad, and Fit of Gork in case he has any really elite infantry. Cool, so gave him some time to deploy. And looks like we're all good in chat. Cool, just let him know it's all good. There is no rush, of course. It is a super chilled stream, as always. And I've just realised, who are you? Oh, I left my little shaman on his own. That could have been a little bit disastrous. Cool, let's let him know nice and early. Grimgor is not to be messed with. So let's have a little look at his army. And he has, of course, gone for a Hell Cannon and Kolek as kind of expected. 2 units of Chaos Trolls, or 1 straight, and some Dragon Ogres. And then Chaos Warriors and Marauders in the front. So should be pretty interesting here. Let's get you and just start firing on some Chaos Warriors while we move you guys up. So very nice deployment by my opponent here. Even if I come up the woods, I still have to come out into this open ground, which kind of sucks for me for the most part. But at the same time, you know, it's nothing too bad. So Chaos Warriors and Marauders. So the front line's not going to be too tricky. He is falling back. Let's go for you. And move all you guys up the forest. So it's going to be quite a slow start, so we're going to come up on this forest and then come down the hill. But it looks like he is falling back, apart from with his Hell Cannon where he's pushing up. It looks like these guys are currently hidden as well, so he doesn't know they are here yet, which is really good. Is there any nastiness we can do? So Foot of Gork, will that destroy the Hell Cannon? Now might be a good time to try out. I don't know. If I dropped a Foot of Gork on the Hell Cannon, would it destroy it? He's going to have a long trek ahead of him to get there, but we could start popping out. The Hell Cannon's not going to start shooting him, I doubt. Oh god, we've got those Warhounds, which are probably going to come do some decent damage to us. So let's actually fall back in here. Unfortunately, we don't have any real fast units, actually, to respond to those hounds, which could be a problem. So let's fall back with the majority of our forces here. Get you right in here. And try and get those boar boys as quick as possible. Please move. Where are they? So this could be a big misplay by us. I mean, at least we're wasting some cannon shots, and we might be able to catch these hounds off guard. Of course, we still have this in our back pocket, which is quite nice. It looks like he wants to take the fight with the hounds, which is all good for me. We should be able to tear them apart quite nicely. And let's just get one of you coming out here to deal with them. I'll get this unit here. Looks like he is going to fall back there, but we managed to get 1 unit of Chaos Hounds, so it wasn't the end of the, the world losing that Doom Dive Catapult, but it looks like it has completely gone. And we're not quite going to be able to catch these guys, so let's just focus on them for now, try and finish them off, and bait out some shots if we can. But I think I'm just going to have to march straight towards him for the most part. So let's get you guys along here. You here. And you back here as well. Oh, come on guys, get in the woods please, when you move. So yeah, a bit of a slow start to the game. We're just going to be moving around, just trying to reposition a little bit, wasting some Hell Cannon shots. It has lost about a third of its ammo, which is all good for us. Unfortunately, we can't get to it yet with the squigs, which is really frustrating, and it looks like our Blackhawks are taking a bit of damage here. Let's get these guys up around the flank and get him over here as well. So let's see. Yeah, mixture of Marauders and Chaos Warriors on the front line, which we will munch through fairly comfortably. It's this Hell Cannon doing all that damage to our very small front line we have to worry about. I can't really sneak these guys around the back without him noticing, I don't think. And if they get caught, you know, by units such as the Dragon Ogres, we are going to be in trouble. Cool, looks like he is deciding to advance, so we could move these around the back. Might be able to bait out a few Hell Cannon shots actually with the Arachnarok Spider, which might not be the worst idea. Who is this over here? Grimgor, you are so slow and grumpy. Let's just move back and forth with you, see if we can bait you out. Hopefully he hasn't noticed our sneakiness in the back. So maybe if we actually do start to push out now, it might give him enough of a distraction. So let's move you there, you there, you there. Keep you moving. Get you up the flank and get Grimgor going. So sorry for the slow start to this battlefield. It's quite tactical, just trying to force each other. He's obviously trying to get as much value out of this Hell Cannon as possible. And we are trying to stop that as much as possible, but oh, big shots coming in here. Let's try and get some spiderlings on it. So Kolek is moving his little butt over here, which is fine. Come on, drop your spiders. Okay, it's got to be a lot closer than I thought it had to be. Cool, let's drag you back. And it looks like we are going to eat that Hell Cannon, which is very nice for us. Let's get you guys around the flank. Does Kolek really want to take this fight here? We'll get you maybe around the side to do that first. We'll drag them over there. Let's try and stop Kolek getting any help here. We are in fact going to pop the War, I think, in this situation. Just to try and really pin out Kolek here. Stop those Chaos Warriors. Stop those Chaos ones there. Let's wrap around. Cool, our little swings are getting annihilated, but they're doing their job. Okay, come on, let's pull down Kolek here if we can. And let's get these Chaos Marauders. Chaos Marauders not really a good opportunity, so let's drop a little Banebuster here. Okay, how's Grimgor getting on here? Should be doing it all good, to be honest, against Kolek. We do have the nice anti-large spider coming in there. Let's try and shoot a little shot over there. Get you guys running away as much as possible. Also some nice gaze of more coming in. Let's pop Gitsnick and really try pulling him down here. And unfortunately he's going to get a little bit caught, but this is nothing to worry about. Who are these guys? Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors. I'd probably prefer a Gork on them. Let's just keep running away here. Looks like he's going to go up the chase, so we'll take down them. Cool, so it looks like Kolek is running for the hills, so let's get you guys just to chase him. Use you to beat down that front line. So it started quite shaky here with obviously some very good play, with very good deployment from my opponent using that Hell Cannon, really having to force me out the trees there. I did take some early losses, but with these woods, managing to use them fairly defensively, we didn't take too big of a loss. Luckily, Kolek could well rally here, but he is very beaten up. So as soon as he comes back to the main fray, he is going to be in trouble. Let's try... Oh, I can't time that. This looks like a Bonehead's going to come down. Not too bad. We are heavily armoured here. That's not going to do too much damage. Let's get the Ragnarok Spider on the Dragon Ogres and get Grimgor going there as well. So back we have managed to clear up some hounds. Let's get you guys over here and get you back into the fray. Let's keep running with our little shaman, just distracting those units. And it looks like Kolek has come back here, but nothing to worry about. So we do have a nice blob here, actually. You can drop a foot of Gork there, that'd be very nice. Let's take down. A nice big foot of Gork, just wrecking some of that big blob. Bring our anti-large cav over to deal with them, and the shaman still just running around, trolling, doing what he does best. Of course, Kolek still surviving in the trees, but our opponent doesn't want to bring him to the fore. Just gets killed, and he takes that massive leadership penalty. But we're just going to keep running for now. No need to engage these orcs here. We've broken the centre pocket quite nicely, and Grimgor and the Ragnarok Spider can be really hard to deal with now. In fact, we're going to pop a second Dwar just to finish off these Dragon Ogres and get anti-large cav to do a nice rear charge on those Chaos Trolls. So it's going all good. Keep running with the Orc Shaman. We've got a very healthy number of Black Orcs over there as well. And let's just chase some units off with the spiders. Black is the new green apparently, and I cannot agree anymore. Pop gets neck and really try and finish off those Dragon Ogres. Oh, just got sent a message by V-Claw. That's all fine. I'll reply to that a bit later. So anyone who doesn't know, V-Claw hosts a lot of really cool tournaments. That's too close. Wait for the engagement. Hopefully that's coming. Bam. Oh, so too close. Okay. Sweet, so a much closer game there. Very tactical early on. We see Kolek running out of the trees late on, and it's now all just versus this mighty Hell Cannon. Really tough game, to be honest. I took a lot of losses overall, and I didn't commentate too much because it stressed my micro quite a bit. Having to find a way to get rid of this Hell Cannon because that could just annihilate my entire infantry line. But Grimgor, combined up with the Arachnarok Queen, managed to take down all the large threats together, and we do have some very healthy units left. One unit of Black Orcs here, and of course the Broken Tusk Mob still looking pretty healthy here. So we're going to take down this Hell Cannon here and should just finish off this last little Chaos Dwarf. I'm hoping we get Chaos Dwarfs in Total Warhammer 3 because that'd be badass as hell. GG, dude. Cool, so that is a 2-0. It could be straight up in a straight up 3-0, but we'll have to wait and see. Yes, what up, Warden? Sorry, my chat is just glitching out there. Warden Commander Duncan, what's up, my dude? So I'm currently doing a best of 5 up against Logic here, and a much tougher second game. First game I managed to win with High Elves against Vampirates. This game, only a Pyrrhic victory coming up against the Warriors of Chaos. I had a very problematic Hell Cannon to deal with. I took a very small elite army and lost a Doom Diver Catapult very early on to some nice Hound pressure, which I should have seen come in, but I kind of isolated my Doom Diver very stupidly and got it picked off, you know, with 0 kills to its name. But luckily, a combination of Grimgor and Black Orcs mixed in with the Arachnarok Spider managed to take down the big foes. Played too hard to keep my wizard alive. Cool. So tell me the numbers, Mason. Right. So, and we're randomly generating armies for those who don't know. So, Siri, please give me a number between 1 and 14. So I've already played High Elf, so we'll do another one. Give me another number between 1 and 14.
The answer is 3.
1, 2, 3. So I'm going to be Dark Elves. Give me a number between 1 and 15.
It's 2.
Yep. So he is 2, which I believe is going to be Lizardmen. He also has a faction just below Skaven. He has the Vampirates. So this is a bit of a grudge match between these two. Oh my god, I should have chosen the map beforehand. We'll just do a Maxon, River Maxon, before we even think about building armies. Boom. Cool, and then I'll go back on to chat. So yeah, this is a new format that we're trying out at the moment. If the best of fives work and are successful and we get good feedback, I'll happily play other people in best of fives and all that kind of good fun stuff. So let's just upgrade the scoreboard here. So Ducky is on 2 against Logic's and Naught so far. So can he drag this out to another game, or am I going to be able to get it in a clean sweep, which would be rare for me? Vengeance. So it looks like he's wanting some Dowie vengeance, even though he is Lisbon. So what do we go for here? Malekith is the kind of known choice that you'd want to take, but I might go a little bit me, or just try some units I haven't really tried before. So I think we're going to go Lokir Felhar. I don't really use him. Let's chuck him on his dragon, because dragons are always good fun. The Helm of the Kraken, I believe, is a pretty good ability, or item, sorry. Gives him regeneration, and gives him a bit extra melee defense. And let's just keep him fully tanked out. We want him to be an absolute beast. So, Sorcerer, I think a good shout is going to be Death. Appear on a Dark Steed. And then we go for something like Fate of Unit and Spirit Leech spam. Is normally quite good. Fate of Unit if in case he's brought like Star Chamber Guardians or so forth. And Spirit Leech is just all round good spell. It's just cheap, cheerful, you know, nice and happy. So, Shades are very good in this matchup. Dark Riders are very good in this matchup. Anything that's armor piercing tends to do very good against the Lizmen. But if you guys have any suggestions, please do let me know, and I can bring whatever you want. But I'm thinking maybe 3 units of Dark Riders. They're just so good, kind of armor piercing, fast moving, can't really be caught very easily. Maybe the Knights of the Ebon Claw as well, just because they're very cool. And then for frontline, we're going to go cheap and cheerful. Let's go for like 4 units of you, maybe even a repeated bolt thrower. And what else do we need to bulk this out? Probably some ranged firepower and Shades with great swords. The meta kind of switched. I can't remember who did this first, but someone in one of Tyrion's big tournaments brought Shades with great weapons and realised just quite how powerful they are in this matchup. I don't think they're like broken or anything. I think people have taken it a little bit far. With like how good they are, but they're still, you know, I think they are very good in this matchup. Okay, that's a 9. We're gonna have 21 left. Come on, anyone. Let's maybe move you down 1 and upgrade one of you, maybe. There we go. 2 points left over, which is pretty good. Anyone watching can pick the next one if they like. Yeah, if there's any matchups you guys particularly want, let me know. So, Wardenman, do you often play Lokir in campaign then? I'm interested to see him. I never really use him on multiplayer, so I'm just looking to try him out a little bit. And put him on, oh, what name for a dragon? Maelstrom. That is gangster. The terrifying black dragon, Felhart's favourite mount, belches noxious fumes in place of fire as it carries the Kraken Lord to battle. Kraken Lord, I mean, how can you not pick him with a name like that? So the main idea here is cheap and cheerful, just going to hold the line and allow the range to do as much damage as possible. Knights of Claw can kind of counter any Cold One Knights and all that good stuff. And then Lokir, hopefully, just going to be a beast and bully everything. I mean, he's got those flame attacks to take on Temple Guard and so forth, or big chunky units of Saurus. And we have a Sorcerer of Death, who is just going to be trying to nuke any super elite units that are being brought, or Spirit Leech. Now, I haven't played my opponent quite a lot recently, so I've been training him up to play Total War. He hates chameleon skinks with a passion, which makes me think he's actually going to bring them in this matchup against me. We may struggle with them a little bit, to be honest, but they don't have the best targets against me. We might be able to ride them down with the Cav and so forth. So Logic normally plays Park Map. He normally plays Dowie, I think, are one of his favourites. Lizardmen are one of his favourites. He plays a lot of Empire and Tomb Kings as well. I think he's done best against me with Vampire Counts, but they're not his favourite. But he was quite lucky in his first matchup. He played Vampirates, who he doesn't often play at all. He plays Chaos a little bit more. And I had in my first match of Hiles, who I play quite a lot, so that was lucky for me. And also Chaos, oh no, I had Greenskins, who also played quite a lot. Dark Elves, on the other hand, I am a bit of a noob at, so it should be quite interesting. And if anyone does want to compete in a best of 5 in the future, literally just drop it in the comments below and let me know, and I'll get in touch with you. Or get involved on Discord, just add me. I'm a Rubber Duck of War. I have my own little Discord channel as well I can invite you to, and we'll get people off there to come in and do some best of fives. It's quite short streams, best of fives, but at the same time, it's nice, concise, easy to watch, and you guys can always, dip in and out, come back and watch it whenever you want. Cool, looks like we're good to rock and roll. I did change map, didn't I? Yeah, River Max on. So we're not playing with full tournament rules, we're playing with unit caps on, and basically you just, as much as possible, try not to make it boring games. Obviously the last game, unfortunately, the start was a little bit tactical, but you kind of expect that on that map when someone's brought a hell cannon, you have to be a little bit sneaky. But once the action gets underway, it's always good blood fun. I played him in my last game and really like him. I play him more than the other Dark Elves. Yeah, he's quite cool. Lore-wise, I don't know too much about him, but the idea of him is one of my favourite Dark Elves at the moment. Unless you can kind of count Alefanar, surely. As he's a bit Dark Elf. He's Nagarithi, right? And he's definitely my favourite High Elf by a long way. Noobs allowed for best of 5? Of course, man. Of course, dude. Just get in touch with me. So, add me on Discord. It's a Rubber Duck of War. And you could join, man. It's completely fine. Or, yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Just get in touch with me on Discord, Rubber Duck of War. I'm on all the major Total War Discords. And I can get you into the next one, bro. We might even do one next week. Yeah, if this goes to another game, man. If this goes to game 4, I'll suggest Empire versus Skaven. He'll probably end up playing Empire and I play Skaven, because he hasn't played Skaven too much, but I know he's played Empire quite a bit. But yeah, guys. Feel free to leave a thumbs up. So I have a very special mechanic on my channel, actually, which most YouTube channels don't have. Every time you leave a like on my video, a puppy is born, and the world is a better place. Everyone's super happy. Little puppies running around all over the place. But every time someone watches the video and they leave a dislike or they don't like, a puppy dies. And the world is a much sadder place. But this map, let's get into this. It's River Amaxon, very cool map. We have trees on the left, so you can be a little bit sneaky. And there's this nice ridge line on the right-hand flank. You'll often see artillery placed up here, or cav used to swoop around the flank and hop on top of your opponents. So let's be a little bit defensive. And get up our dread spears in a nice little line. Oh. Let's move these guys along. Boop. Let's move them to there. Oh. Why did they not move? Move that along there. Move you there. So we have our flank covered by this nice ridge here. So he's got a front line of cheap and cheerful spearmen. Should be able to hold for a while. Hopefully allow these guys to do some decent damage. So in the back, we have one of you on each side. These guys, of course, are stalked as well. So they have no idea they are here. Although I'm sure he will, think some kind of trickery is up, as my army is quite small apart from that. So let's take off skirmish mode and put on defensive mode. Let's get you guys being nice and sneaky. Keep you on that mode for now. Probably take that off. No. Yeah, no, we'll take that off. Cool. Have you in the back. Guard mode. Luca flying over the army. Get him over here so you can assist these guys if they get ambushed early on. And keep you guys in the trees for now. Cool, I'm expecting maybe some trickery. It's gone quite small and elite, then again so have I suppose. I can't seem to help myself. With Dark Elves, I always have small armies. I don't know why, it's just what happens. Maybe it's because I'm not used to them, I don't know how to use them properly, because everyone seems to take fairly large, wide Dark Elf armies, but they have so many cool units that how can you not take them all? So let's get these guys all linked up. What abilities do you come with? Dreaded Duelist. It's pretty decent. Foe Seeker, Deadly Onslaught, good staff, Noxious Breath, nice. And of course we just have the 2 spells here, so let's get her in the back, nice and safe. Cool, so before we're going, just make sure there's no questions. Cool, we're all good. Yeah, so man, to answer your question once again, man, any noobs are allowed in all of my tournaments. Tournament-wise, I try and get 2 fairly newer players in, or players who haven't played too many tournaments before, and then we try and get 2 more experienced players in, because you'll be surprised at how good matchups you get from that, because new players come with off-meta picks, can really catch people off guard, and it's always good to see high skillful play as well. How are we doing? Good to go. Let's just double check he is already. Power Balance is technically in his favour a little bit, so we're going to have to try and turn that as quick as possible. Effective unit, that's going to take a while to sum up. Cool, so let's get you guys under control. Oh, okay. He's gone the complete other side. Front line of Saurus Warriors mixed in with Temple Guard. So we have 3 units of Temple Guard overall. Saurus, a Rev Crystal, Skink on Heavens, and Gorok on foot, who is going to be super tanky and a pain in my butt. Luckily, it doesn't look like he has too much range. So let's force our way up here. You guys spread out here. Move you along. And get you guys starting to move. And there may be some sneaky chameleon skinks around the place as well. At least it's going to take a little while to get going, but the bonus of that is it's going to give us time to get our Winds of Magic up, so we can get a nice Fate of Buna on one of those units of Temple Guard. So we're moving our forces up around the flank here. There might be something hidden in these trees, so let's try and go up and around, get some early shots, maybe on that Skink Priest of Heavens. We'll move our forces up so we can get in range and then force them to come to us. So let's go, just aim at the Temple Guard. It's going to be through the trees, so it's going to be quite hard. At the same time, as I said before, we can scoot forward with you and maybe drop a Feint of Buna. I'm a little bit scared of these trees, however. So how many units Temple Guard is it? 3? I've one hidden in here as well. Cool. So let's go for that for now. And we're going to get some nice racking shots kind of along this line, which should be quite tasty. Okay, get you guys up here. I don't want to go into those woods. Cool, let's drop a nasty Fate of Buna there. All Cod 1 Spear Riders, let's pull back. Bring you guys up and round, so we're going to get nice attacks all around the rear here. Cool, breath attack, doing huge damage there from Loka, and we're going to bring him back here as well. Try and hop into these Cod 1 Spear Riders, and it looks like he's going to pull back very wisely here. So let's switch our targets onto a different unit of Temple Guard. Actually, let's go for the Bastillodon, start doing some damage along to him. Loka, very healthy boy at the moment. Let's try and see if he's paying attention. Hop on top of him, and let's get some arm-piercing shots done into these Bastillodons. Which may not be the best pick, probably start getting off those Temple Guard, but we'll see how it goes. A big shot coming, must be a Wind Blaster, very good, because I did not see that coming. So, where is the next unit of Temple Guard? There. Let's drop you on you. Try and really lower them down before they get into combat. Noxious Breath, that's just going to be charging up again, and we are wrecking the Bastillodon in the back, so it's been super sneaky so far, and it's been paying off. And I completely forgot I have you guys. So let's bring you over just to defend the back line. Have you cast your spell? Yeah, you have. Now, fall back. Cool, and we'll hop you guys on you now, and bring you back to the main threat. And get a breath attack on these Temple Guard here. And we're going to switch you to start shooting. Let's actually try and get some shots on the Skink Priest. Cool, so this is where things could get a little bit tricky, as our front line is going to get mulched pretty bad. It looks like we are going to get a debuff placed on those guys as well. Let's just drop a Spirit Leech on these Cold 1 Riders now. You guys doing some shots into the Cold Ones. And bring you guys in, start shooting in the back of these Temple Guard. Where is Loki? Okay, he's over there. Let's bring him over to this side of the battlefield and just drop down on these Saurus, trying to actually allow us to win part of the fight. Okay, you guys shooting Temple Guard, you guys shooting Cold Ones, which is still fine, and we've got nasty Dark Elves in the back. So we're going to be floating along, hop on top of these Saurus Warriors. You stay away from Gorok, he's a very scary dude.
On to battle!
I'll get you fun into Cold Ones for now.
Destroy!
So it looks like he may be able to break into my back line, but we've got a little bit of protection here. I'm just chilling with the Knights of Evanclaw. I don't really want to go up against Temple Guard, but, you know, if they have to, they always can. You guys keep firing into there. Yeah, imagine to break this right pocket, which is really nice, as it's going to allow us to bring a couple of these Dread Spears over as well for added protection. So let's get you guys just shooting into Temple Guard. Leave Gorok to the end. He's super tanky. There's no way we're going to be able to just annihilate him. Although he's going to shut down my Bolt Throw, which is a bit annoying. So maybe I'm going to pop on top of him with Luke here. Surround him with the Knights as well. Get these guys, drop their equipment, and then just fall back. Leave him on a bit of a merry chase. And just focus down these with the shades and so forth. So we're doing nice damage to all the Temple Guard. All that he's got left that is really healthy is Gorok, who we've got in a rather nasty situation. Let's just try and block off his troops where we can. Get you guys, don't want them coming around the flank, but just block people off with our spears where we can. Let's come in and drop another Spirit Leech on you as well. Oh, so there's a ton of skink skirmishers over here on the flank. Looks like they were a little bit late to the party. Get you blocking you off. And everything's not going too bad. So we've got the Shades up against Temple Guard, but they're so beat up it doesn't really matter at this point. Keep you over here. And you guys are being chased off by Cold One Riders, which is a bit unfortunate here, but keep going. And if we get Gorok here, I think we're in a very, very healthy situation. Get you guys shooting to there. Let's just get you chased off the skink skirmishers. I mean, we might even be able to get you guys chasing off. Actually, no, you can hop back on. So let's get Loka flying over here, cause a bit of terror. Get your shots going in, and where is my repeaters? There we are. So a new good trick for new players: if your artillery are going to get caught, simply take them off and run for the hills. Those extra seconds your opponent takes chasing them could be really key, and you can always come back and hop again on them later. Let's chase those guys. Don't need you over there anymore. Let's drop a breath down on the Saurus Warriors.
Bolt throwers. Battle calls. Orders understood.
Cool, I think that is going to be army losses setting in. That could be a quick 3-0, but very well played to my opponent. Very new player to the game, so you do kind of expect. I've obviously played quite a few games before, and he did very decent in a few of them. Unfortunately, the Dark Elves, I think, are pretty good against Lizardmen. You have to win the skirmish game if you're the Lizardmen. I feel you have to bring maybe the Emerald Tide, but a couple units of Cold One Riders and some Chameleon Skinks. Chameleons to shoot down the Dark Riders, and then just Cold Ones to protect the Chameleons whilst they do their job, and then your infantry should slowly be able to melt down the enemy. Going very heavy here with Temple Guard can work really well, especially because I was considering being a Hydra and so forth, and if they'd managed to catch Loki or Cold Ones, they can make great value, but I've got so much damage from long range. We have the Bolt Thrower, we have the Flame Attacks from Loki, who I was very impressed with, 95 kills and barely a scratch on him. We also had, Death Magic, Dark Riders, and they just pinned down those very slow and cumbersome dinosaurs. But very well played to logic there. Let's just go update the scoreboard. Boop. So that is going to be a straight 3-0, which is very good for me, I suppose, but GG. And see if there's any questions in chat. What's up, Dave the White Lizard? How's it going, man? Yeah, man, Gorok is so tanky, Warden. I 100% agree. Some of his abilities makes everyone around him incredibly strong. But in that matchup, he was kind of on his own. He managed to get to the front line fairly unscathed, but then he got surrounded by Knights of the Ebon Claw, plus Loki Felheart, who's, still a badass on a dragon. It's very hard to compete against that, even if you are just a little Gorok. He still survived for a very long time, but as he was doing that, the rest of his army was falling apart, unfortunately for him. So welcome, guys. I see I've got a lot of people watching. Hello, hello. If you're new to the channel, we do live streams, we do battle reports, we do all sorts of nice fun stuff. We're even going to be doing some reactions to some TV shows, or some analysis at least of some TV shows in the future, which is kind of cool. We are mainly focused around Total War Warhammer. So if you guys want to keep up with all the stuff that I do, please do leave a like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And if you do want to be on the channel facing me in a best of 5, or facing your friends, or facing anyone, I'm sure we can get a couple of players together playing in a tournament. I also run Death Before Dishonor tournaments now and again. Feel free to message me on Discord. I am a rubber duck of war. I also am on all the big, major Total War Discords. Contact me on there and I can get you doing some games. Yeah, sure, dude. Yo, what's up, Tristan? How's it going, my dude? Yeah, we can get 2 viewers in a best of 5, man. Of course. So, can I show how to build certain rosters against different factions? Yeah, man, do you want me to do a separate video on that and I can go through what I like? Or do you have any specific? Because, of course, there's a huge amount of factions, as you can see. And it changes, you can't just build the same Lizardman matchup against everyone. But, for example, if you want to know how to build against Dwarfs with Lizardmen, I can show you builds that I like to take. So we have finished our best of 5. However, if anyone would like a game or 2 people would like to pop on so I can commentate on a game, let me know and we can get you guys on. Yeah, Shades are great swords. I agree, David. I think they're very good up against Lizardmen. You have the armor piercing of the great sword. They can go toe to toe for a decent while against even like Temple Guard, and they have all that armor piercing damage, which is just so nice. But if any of you guys in chat want to play right now, I'm down for hosting a game. So as it was quite a short stream, I'm happy to do a couple extra games. Would anyone like to play me or Logic? So, I mean, if anyone wants to go... So, if you're a fairly new player, you can stand off against Logic, who's also a fairly new player, learning the game, as we've just been able to see, but as, you know, still a very competent commander of his army. Or if you'd like to play me, I'm happy to do maybe 1 or 2 games to close out the stream. I normally live stream on Wednesdays, Warden. It depends. It's either Wednesdays or Thursdays, but if you subscribe, you should be able to see, and feel free to message me on Discord. I can add you into the Discord, and that's where I, you know, kind of announce what I'm going to be doing. So next Wednesday, hopefully if I can get the players together, which should be fairly easy, we're going to be doing a Death Before Dishonor tournament. So if you yourself want to compete in that, just let me know. Which is a best of 3 tournament with 4 players. It normally takes about 2 to 2.5 hours, and then the week after I'll probably do another Come At Me Bro type show. Yes, I use Razordons, bro. I have 2 videos up now of Razordons. So if you want to go back and check those out, I like them because they look awesome, but they're not the most competitive. Salamanders basically do their job, but better. However, I do have 2 videos of them up against Tomb Kings and someone else. Against Dark Elves, I think I used them. Where I think, especially against Dark Elves, they definitely can have a competitive matchup. It should be all good. Cool, I'm going to let Logic get going. Looks like he wants to do some campaign. Cool, and if anyone wants to go, the lobby is called Ducky, I believe, with the password 123. Right, peace out, Warden. Stay in touch, dude. Nice to meet you. Cool, so Logic is going. So we do currently have a lobby open with, I believe the name is Ducky, password 123. If anyone wants to play a game to end out the stream, I'm very happy. I will select a map. If not, I will do 1 multiplayer game, maybe just on ladder to let you guys chill out. And then we'll close off, as that was quite a quick best of 5. But if you guys want to see more best of 5, do let me know if you like the format, and we can do it in the future. So I'll give it just 5 minutes. If no one wants to join, that's absolutely fine. We will instead do a multiplayer game. Now, did you guys watch CA versus the World earlier? I didn't actually catch it, but I'm interested to go back and watch it. I tried getting into the last CA versus the World, but the lobby kept coming up and disappearing, and it was a big kind of internet mess. So I ended up not being able to. Me and Aristodamos, I think Aristodamos was trying to do it as well. Or I was telling him to. I can't quite remember now, but I was trying to hop on and just take like a full kite build against them because they were trying to show off Gotrek and Felix. Just be a bit of a knob, but cool. Who do I want to play? I think I will play as Lizardman if we get anyone going. Hey, it looks like Tristan can do a match. Yeah, dude. Just going to do 1 match. That'd be good fun. Do I have you on here? You changed your name, Tristan. Why is this locked? Oh, because I need to add... I'm an idiot. If you change your name to Jackal, I don't know who Jackal is. I don't know who Death is. If you want to join, bro, it's just 123, and the password is Ducky. We're going to be playing on Alpine Ridge, and I am most likely going to be playing at Lizard Men, as I didn't get to use my Dino Boys today. I may even try out some Crocscore Ancients, or a certain Mr. Someone who I just haven't used on multiplayer yet. I don't think they're overly competitive, but cool. We'll just wait for Tristan to hop on. Who is in fact the Sly and Sneaky Seal. Or at least that's what he used to go by. And we should be good to go. But yeah, overall, fun best of 5 there. I'm trying to think, I really enjoyed using Loco Fellheart, who I haven't used before. The green skin game was probably the closest, just because there was some nice deployment by logic, forcing me out of those trees. I managed to, you know, pick off units that I really didn't want to be picked off, like the Doom Diver Catapult. I wanted to try and get the Hell Cannon offline with the Doom Diver still active, force him to come to me, taking damage the whole time, and then I can just walk up with the Black Orcs and stomp everything. But instead, Black Orcs had to take a bit of damage, but we managed to get those squigs very sneakily hidden behind that hill, wrap them round, take out that Hell Cannon, and from there on, it was always going to be a bit of a struggle. I think if Kolek had charged in with the Summoners of Rage, they may have fared a bit better against Grimgor and the Arachnox Spider. Maybe 2v1, the Arachnox Spider, drag him down, and then you're good to go, really. You know, Kolek can stomp on the rest of the army. I was invisible stream, no worries, man. Cool, so we haven't had Sly and Sneaky Seal on for a while. Looks like he's going to be the evil vampirates, which is not a nice match up for the Leatherman. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to bring Nakai the Wanderer or a Crosscore Ancient in this matchup. It looks like he's switching around. We'll see. So it looks like he is all good. We need to get him back in a tournament soon as well, actually. He's a very good competitor. Well, how often have you been losing? Mate, you're going to be surprised. You've joined late in the stream. I'm undefeated. I've won all 3 games from a best of 5 up against Logic. And we're just doing a little bonus game here against Sly and Sneaky Seal to finish off the stream, as it ended up being quite a short stream in the end. Cool, looks like he is going to be Chaos. So yeah, I'm doing my best to make Aristemos proud, going undefeated so far in the stream. But if that's going to carry on, we'll see. So, I'm going to go a little bit memey. I'm going to take Nakai the Wanderer, who I've heard is not particularly great as far as competitiveness goes. I think he's still a badass. But I've never used him, so screw it. We're going to take him regardless. Got a feeling he's going to bring Big Kolek, but who knows, who knows. Is there any units you guys want to see in particular? Let me know, because there is a little guy down here who's actually probably not the worst in this matchup. It's going to be tough if there's lots of halberdiers and so forth, but let me know quite quickly and then we'll decide the army. Cheers, dude. Thank you for the congratulations. So we're testing out a best of 5 matchup today. Went quite well, so if people enjoy the best of 5 situation, I'm always happy to do again, either host a best of 5 between 2 players or go against someone in a best of 5. It's quite a short stream, quite nice, and of course we're still going to be carrying on the tournaments, which hopefully the next one's going to be next week. But yeah, it's been pretty good fun so far, man. You've never seen me play, Aristemos. I am upset. I am upset if you've never seen me actually win. I suppose you always watch me stream, don't you? I don't think you've seen the Come At Me Bros too much. Mate, I'm average. I'm average. Cool, well, let's actually sort a matchup out. So, let's not go too meme. Let's respect the Sly and Sneaky Seal. We're not going to bring a Dreadsaurin. Instead, we're going to bring the Kai. Maybe a little Heaven's Geezer. Go with Hamlock Convergence is always nice. Wind Blast probably isn't so good in this matchup. That's going to be nice. Cool. Maybe just nice, cheap, and cheerful for the Wizard. Frontline, this is where we could struggle. Temple Guard are very good in this matchup, however. Let's get a couple of you. And then maybe you two. I think personally the best way to go in this is a lot bigger monsters, kind of going for some blobs and stuff. but I want to try out some units. I want to try out Nakai and so forth. I could almost afford one. It's tempting. Let's try out these guys. I haven't used them too much. I'm really not liking this build. Let's take out... I want to get these guys in there, show them some love. Actually, let's go cheaper version. So, not too bad against Chaos Warriors, not too bad against Marauders. We have some anti-large Nakai. I just don't know what he's good at. We get some Spear Riders. They should be able to beat their cav fairly comfortably. Give us a bit of mobility. Also, bonus versus taking down all the large units they may possess. And then... I think this is a pretty weng build, to be honest. I don't think it's great. Any suggestions? Let me know. It's a bit lost. I've just done 3 games, so my mind is a little bit frazzled. Let's upgrade you. Something like that. I mean, fairly decent against the armor. Not the best, but it can help. Pretty good against Marauders and so forth. We have the anti-large there. These guys just for a bit of fun. Skink Priest of Heavens and the Kai the Wanderer, who's a bit of a badass. So we'll just wait and see if there's any last-minute suggestions. Cool. No, it looks like we're all good to go. Oh, you're very busy at the moment, man. I'd be great. Don't think I've had you on stream. I think you've had you on once, man. It'd be great to have you on either in a best of 5 or tournament, of course, if you have time. It's always so good to see you chilling out in stream as well. Hope you're doing all good. Did you manage to catch the CA versus the World stream earlier? I'm probably going to catch up after this when I eat some dinner. It's just a Chameleon Skinks and Salamander combo. That's so nice. I've been rocking that a ton against Dark Elves, but I'm trying to bring some units I don't often bring, so I don't often use the Rickcrosser Skinks that much. Trying to rock the Razordons as well, just for make the memes dream, you know what I'm saying? Get these guys going. Plus, just look how awesome they are. Look at them, little lizard doggos. They're all very cool. And some Cold One Riders, you know, they do decent against enemy cav and anti-large. And I've got the big, thick boy himself, Nakai the Wanderer, who I've never used in multiplayer. So it's going to be pretty interesting. What abilities does he come with? We have Primal Roar, which is a very nice physical resistance and a huge melee attack to everyone around him. Handsome of Despair and Cold-Blooded. So if he has brought Helganon, it's not going to be too scary. That was my main worry originally. Okay, let's go quite deep.
Saurus.
Go, let's lose.
What did I do there? 1, 2.
Stinky.
Get you there.
Sardax.
Right. Stinky.
Get you in the back. Don't need you guys there.
Sortak.
Keep you in the back. Alright, let's be super annoying with you. Cool. I think this is good. I've got a bad feeling about this. The other games I was pretty confident. This one. Sly and Sneaky Seal is a very sly and sneaky player himself. So we'll have to see. Cool, but the main plan here, to be honest, is just going to be use the Razordons for a bit of fun, get a bit of damage, try and bait out some charge from some cav and so forth, hop on them with the Cold One Spear Riders. The front line, it should go fairly well with this amount of armor piercing damage in the front line and kind of anti-marauder units. We have some anti-large just kind of kicking around, but to be honest, it's just a fun game to end the stream. Cool. Thanks, but I actually have the game uninstalled. It's too distractive. No, you've uninstalled! No! Arstamos! How's uni going though? I hope it's going good. What year are you in? Oh god, everything's gonna be behind the hill. Let's just move up. Let's be sneaky over here. I didn't know you were at uni, man. I don't know, I finished uni a couple of years ago. Which I'm actually very sad about. A lot of people are very happy when they finish, but I really enjoyed uni. Let's get you up there. Cool, so we've got Chaos Marauders, Marauder Horsemen. Let's trade with you. Oh my god, there's a giant, there's Kolek, there's all sorts of nasty units. Let's pull you back. Okay, he's going to have the hill advantage, but that's fine. We are lizards, we like fighting uphill. Let's overwhelm you. Overwhelm you. And let's fall back with you towards the Temple Guard. Try and drag Kolek in a little bit. Pop you in. Let's drop Harmonic Convergence on you. And get you in on the Giant. And go start Chamber Guardians for the Giant. You run for their life. Run! We're doing decent work over there, and we need to get you guys way up in the action. Run, run. Get you in the Temple Guard. Oh my god, the Temple Guard are being blitzed! What did I bring here? I can't remember. I'm dropping all kinds of lightning nastiness. Let's get you attacking you, you attacking you. We don't want that yet because they're going to be falling back. Let's drop this. Okay, let's get you guys falling back on them. You've managed to chase them off, so you can just chase him. Let's get you guys in. Let's aim for Kolek here. Maybe get one unit, peel off, and attack these Chaos Warhounds, trying to break them down. Decent fight going on here. Let's all pile in on the middle and get you there, just so we can drop. Those halberds are going to be nasty here. Try and take them down with Red Crested Skinks. So he's done a very good job here of leading my forces into some some halberdiers, unfortunately. Let's get you here. Drop Harmonic Convergence on you. Cool. Bring you guys in. Try and take those guys behind. Cool, and let's pull Nakai out if we can. Kai is tanking at least. He's doing a decent little job. Come on. Let's get you in there. So we're winning in a lot of aspects, but we're probably going to lose our Lord, and that is going to be a big, big problem. Let's drop this here, though. You guys chasing down that Chaos Sorcerer if you can, and get you piling in onto the Giant, but there's Halberdiers nearby, which is going to be rather nasty. Cool, keep you alive, and get you guys as well piled in on those Halberdiers. If I can take out the Halberds here, we're in a good situation, I think. Let's just pop that anyway. Pull those cold ones back. Get you over here. Ah, no, Nakai. Coward. Goddamn lizard coward. So you guys are going to get dragged around, but that's fine. Okay, I need to keep you alive here. So what we're going to do, pimp you up, send you into Kolek, move you this way. Let's drop that. No, I get you in here, we need to win this main mosh pit. Okay, so Kolek is going to be trying to run. He's managed to body me over here, but that's completely fine, so I'm going to destroy that sorcerer. Run. Run, little lizard. Some guard, if possible, can peel off. Don't think we're going to get enough anti-larger left, though. We really need to keep Nakai alive. The Chaos Marauders, that's fine to fight. Let's make sure we've not forgotten anything. Nakai is back! The hero of the people. Let's make sure he doesn't run away. Let's just stay chilling here. And we've got Kolek in a fairly nice situation here, but Halberds are attacking us. Come on, get in there and surround. Pull you out. You in there. Yeah, unfortunately this is slowly slipping away from us. There's not too much we can do at the moment. Let's try and get in there and drop a big primal roar. At least go out with a little bit of honour. Pull you back. Let's get in there. Go, go, go. Run, my little skink friend, run! Let's get you guys all up in here. You guys, I mean, you're going to tear them apart, but you were needed over here, I'm afraid. So at least we're going out with a little bit of, you know, a little less of a whimper and more of like an actual fight. Unfortunately, there does go Nakai the Wanderer. My first game with him, not gone particularly well. That's this GG, my dude. No, I have my brave cohort of Sotek trying to take down a horrific Chaos Giant who looks very, very disgusting there. He actually was modelled off the Logic, who is my housemate who I played earlier. So they look very similar. This is what I was up against. Somehow managed to win. But these little red crested skinks, they believe. But I don't think they're going to be able to carry the day. Little fella left. Up against, big overhand swing from that Chaos Warrior, but he's back, he's fine. He tries to get in there for a swing, but this Gary over here unfortunately takes him out, and that is a valiant defeat. So sad faces all around. Ended the stream on a loss, which was unfortunate. Could have gone my first unbeaten stream, which would have been nice. Actually, I'm studying physics, dude. It's awesome, but it's coming to 70+ hour weeks. Oh, I think that would melt me. Man, you're a genius if you're studying physics, man. I'm terrible at that. I have a friend who studied, and it's very different, but he studied biochemistry, and he showed me some of his work once, and I have no idea what's going on. And we might get Sly and Sneaky Seal back for next week's tournament. I don't think he's been in this season. He played a couple of times in the Season 1 of Death Before Dishonor. We're now on to Season 2, and our current champions so far are... I'm going to try and have to remember. Chosen something. Really good player as well. Hang on a sec, I'm going to check Discord to make sure I get the right name, because he deserves a shout out. He was a very, very mighty hero. So we had Chosen One, who represented ODM last time to get the straight victory, which is very nice. And in the first heat, we had Flying Taco as champion. So once we have 4 champions, we will bring them all back together and have all the champions face off. Oh, Sly still maybe at school. But we'll definitely get 4 super fun opponents, and we're sure to have Sly and Sneaky Seal back on our channel again. So if you have any questions, now is the time, guys. Just before I wrap up the stream, I can answer a few quick questions. Super fun stream overall there. Getting that 3-0 win up against Logic, and then Sly and Sneaky Seal bringing me back down to earth and putting me in my place. And it was with my favourite little lizard boys, which is very upsetting. Cool. So hopefully we'll have some old classics back. I know Ben the Barman hasn't played, or Zach B. Sane yet in this season, and they were kind of 2 competitors who played a lot in the first season. So hopefully try and get those guys back, and 1 or 2 new players. And you guys can also be, you know, those players if you want to come back in, or start, you know, your first tournament. You've had multiple tournaments for. Doesn't matter to your experience kind of level. Contact me on Discord, and I can get you guys in. Should be good fun. So that's going to be next Wednesday at 8 PM. Just need to double check that I'm free, but I'm pretty sure I am. And it should be all good. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Please do leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed and all that good stuff. Feel free to subscribe. We have content every week, and probably a video coming out tomorrow as well. So until next time, guys, peace, stay awesome.